I'm working on it. Hang on a second.
Right.
We might be on there now. You see how it's like counting up on there?
Yeah, it says okay.
Is it working or no?
Not yet.
Hold on. Yeah.
Yeah, we're there.
Well, I can't. Let me see if I can see it over on mine. I don't think I would be able to anyway. Because like if you're doing it on your own channel, I don't think it shows up. Like you can't, you know what I mean? Like if I was doing it on your channel, I could see if it was working for you, but right. I don't know if I can check my own. But if you're saying it's working, then it's good. I mean, people are starting to like comment and stuff, so. Yeah, it says I logged into my other email and it looks like it's working. So that's awesome. Hang on just a second. Let me go back here. Cameron, how you doing, buddy? Hey, Cameron, can you, or TG, can you let us know if it like looks like nice and clear and like the sound works and all that stuff? Can you tell us if it seems good or no? Or
see, the comments don't show up over here for some reason. I don't know why.
Oh, you're saying the comments are not showing up?
No, there you go.
On my phone, but not on my tablet for some reason.
Oh, you're saying the comments are not showing up?
Sorry.
Hey, Cameron said that we're sounds good and looking good, and we got the 100 emoji. So I feel like that's a really great start. You know what I'm saying?
Not bad.
Yeah, he said I got to move back. I think that's just because I was trying to look on this thing. We got a mower like right here against me. Hang on.
I should only get set up in my shop.
Well, I didn't know if the Wi-Fi would be okay or what, but it seems to be working fine. Money making Mike G, how you doing, bud? Man, this is frustrating me. Hang on. How about that? Is that more better? Because I have like one of those case things on my tablet, and it like tri-folds behind it, but it kind of is meant to like lay back a little bit too far. So then I have like an additional stick stuck right behind it. Because like just how the case comes is made just for like if you're watching a video or something, so it's leaned back a little bit too far.
Yeah, what you mean?
But, yeah, so it's working good. So like when I talk to you, there's just a very slight lag when y'all talk, but I guess I just have to get used to that.
Yeah, that's weird.
So, does it do that for you as well?
A little bit, yeah.
But again, I've never done this, so I don't know. It might be just how it is.
Yeah, it might be.
So, let me get out of this. So, so anyway, great to see you guys. Great to see Money Making Mike G.
What's up, G?
Yeah, and can y'all see all the comments and stuff pretty good?
Yeah, I can see them now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so they're coming in. But anyway, it's great to see you guys. And how are things been going over there? We were hoping to see you over at the Kohler event, but I guess that kind of went to crap or whatever. So I still don't understand why we couldn't have 100 and whatever people. I mean,
Right.
my church has 300 and something people every week. You know what I mean? But I don't know. I don't know. Maybe like churches and stuff have a little bit of little bit of, some, like a little bit of favor over just normal businesses. I don't know. But
Right.
but I know that, people have, people having events all over the place, and and so I don't really understand that. Oh, y'all see what Money Making Mike G just said?
I'm gonna hug.
Top 3 people I'm going to hug right here. All right, so I've been telling them, I'm like, hey, you need to come to the GIE in 21, because how else are you gonna hug all 3 of us unless you come there, because you have to drive to multiple states and and visit me and then visit them.
Right.
So I was talking them into trying to go to it. Are you guys planning on going to it or what?
We'll see. We'll see how all this goes, with the shutdowns and all that.
Yeah. We'll probably have to wear like 16 masks, to go in or whatever, but
Yeah, a minimum.
but I, I think if they do have it, like, it's gonna be a lot of people there. And so what I did was the hotel that we had booked, like, I was on the phone with them for like months, like trying to get like the money back. And because there was like the horse event. All right, TG, you have a great time over at that ball game, all right, buddy? But yeah, he just wanted to stop and say hello. But anyway, there's a lot of stuff booked for that horse riding event. I don't know why I can't think of it. The Churchill Downs, all that. And so, and a lot of people have booked a lot of stuff for the GIE. So when they canceled it, they had like, just thousands and thousands of hotels that they had to refund. And so, might take them like a year to like refund everybody's money. You know what I'm saying? But I think if they do have it, then man, like, there's gonna be a lot of people that want to come. So it was gonna take so long for them to refund my money, and so I ended up talking to them and rolled the same hotel I had to the dates next year. So like, I already got the hotel is good to go. And it's a walking distance right there to the expo, so that is really nice. I've never done that. Usually, man, we're 20 minutes out, 25 minutes out,
We stayed
Marriott Inn or something.
I don't remember. We stayed at 2 different ones, but they were both walking distance. I like walking distance.
Yeah, we were like
Oh,
5
man.
minutes from it.
Well, I don't know how y'all got that deal, because I've never been able to get one that's walking distance. I don't know if I wait too late or what, but even like 6-8 months away, like, those ones are always usually booked up,
Like, twice the same.
Different hotels.
Different hotels, but they were in walking distance, and they were like a month or 2. No, it was about 6 months ahead.
It was about 6 months ahead.
Yeah.
I gotcha. So y'all must have like special treatment or something.
Must be.
So.
We got that VIP.
Oh man, I see you still got that movie star hair going on.
Yeah, you like that? I'm saving a lot of money at the barbershop.
Yeah, and it's man, yeah, it's so cool. I didn't, because people wouldn't notice that, you didn't notice it, you didn't see it in the like many videos before that, and then all of a sudden you had it. So it was like you didn't give us any warning that was coming. You know what I mean? Just one video, boom, you had it. But anyway, oh yeah, any of you guys that are watching this, make sure that you subscribe to the Jay's Crazy Cuts channel. I really wanted to have them on here. One of the reasons is just to make sure that if any of you guys, if you didn't know about them, that you should watch their channel. He he actually just did a thing where he painted the rims black on his mower, and that's super cool as well. I think it's a great idea because any mower that has like white or you know, I mean the Ferris ones have gray, but still, even if you have white, like they turn to dark brown, you know, like the first few days that you use them. And so if they're black, you know, they still, even if it's dirty, like those wheels, they still look good, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
so I think that's an awesome idea to paint them black, especially once they get
We'll see if
scraped
it'll
up.
last. Hopefully it'll
What are you
last.
saying?
It won't tip off
Oh
or anything.
yeah. Yeah, I don't think it will. Like for example, I'm gonna take you to show you this one. Hang on. Let me see. I actually should try to switch the camera around, but you see how it just becomes like dark brown?
Yeah. And then you can't clean it for nothing.
Yeah. I mean, it would take me like hours to get in there and clean it correctly. You know what I mean? So, which I'm not gonna do because it's like raining and like 30 something degrees outside. So, nope.
It's gonna be real cold over here today and tomorrow. And
Oh,
the
is it
next
cold
day.
where y'all live too, or what?
Oh man, it's gonna be feels like temperatures 0 degrees on Tuesday.
Tuesday morning.
0
And I'm
degrees.
not looking.
Feels like.
Feels like temperature, but it's gonna be what?
I think the latest has been
12 or something.
Yeah, I think the latest
12
was
degrees
12.
feels like 3 or 0. And it is 100% humidity, so it's way worse. It's like it cuts through you.
So do you guys have snow then, or what?
Oh, every so often, about every 3 to 5 years, we'll get a little dusting, about an inch or 2, maybe 3 at the most. But
it's gone within 6 to 12 hours. It doesn't.
And everybody shuts down. Like as soon as it starts falling out of the sky, massive shutdowns. Nobody can drive or nothing.
Yeah, I gotcha. Well, that's crazy. I thought because of the state that y'all are in, I thought that it stays pretty warm over there, but I guess not. So, because
yeah,
because I mean, yeah, I mean here it never gets that cold. I mean you know, if we get in the low 30s, if we get in the low 30s or high 20s, like, you know, that's kind of a rarity. You know what I mean? Like usually it's even in night times, it's 30s, 40s, and then, you know, 50s in the daytime.
That's pretty much how it is here.
Yeah. Copper Creek Crut said Jason growing out those luscious locks of hair. So we were just discussing that. We were just discussing that a minute ago, and you're right. I actually called it movie star hair, but you're thinking about what?
Cutting it off once a year, putting it on eBay.
Oh, how much the starting bid for it?
I don't know. What's the going price now?
But man, we don't even yeah, I mean, we don't even know, like up where Cameron lives, and people like in the Midwest and in the North, like, man, they just get hammered all the time. Like my dad's whole family's from upstate New York, and man, like 7 months of the year, I mean, they're under 2-3 feet of snow up there. You know what I mean? It's just like a normal thing.
I would be.
That's crazy. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like that would be hard. It'd be hard for me to get used to that, you know? Even though when we did live up there for a little bit, I really did enjoy doing snowboarding and different things. But still, it does. Even if you do winter sports, it still gets a little old after a bit, you know, outside. But I don't know. But maybe I guess I would have to snow plow as well if I went out there. I don't know how to do that either, but
I think your audio is starting to kind of crack up a little bit. I don't know if it's
Yeah,
like
it is.
that
It is pretty bad. It's pretty bad for y'all as well. I was noticing that. Let me try to I might try to go inside just to see if I can get closer to the router. You know what I mean? See if I can get closer to the router. So, oh, y'all can see. Let's look at the shop one more time. I got 3 mowers kind of crammed in there, and we got stuff. But I'm gonna see. I'm gonna see if it gets. Tell me if it gets better when we go inside.
Okay.
Is it better in here or no?
Yeah, I think so. It's not choppy.
Sorry, we're just moving crying babies real quick. Let me see if it's better. What about now? Is that better? Or no?
It sounds better so far.
It sounds better. What?
Oh, it's doing it again.
It might just, I don't know. Are we okay?
It might be. Are we okay, or is it just your end?
Mine
The-
is between y'all because I was watching y'all the whole time. There it sounded fine.
Okay. Yeah, Emily was saying she was watching on her phone and it sounded like from her account, and it seemed like it was perfect. So I think it might just be something like between me and you with the stream thing. But
Cool.
yeah, it's still got a little lag too.
Copper Creek said he's jumping off.
I gotcha.
I guess you can ask other people that are watching it.
But I mean, other people are not. They're not really mentioning that it's looks bad.
So it's just us.
Money making Mike G, you have a great day, buddy. Hope you, River, you want to sit up here with me?
Yeah.
There's the man. There's the star.
There you are, right there.
Can you smile?
Can you here? You got to scoot in a little bit more. Hey, what were you crying about? You hurt your teeth? Hey, you gotta look right there. If you look right there, you'll be clear on the screen. But anyway, so what's going on like with y'all's workload? So do y'all like what do you do in the winter? Like right now for us, we're starting to put down pine straw, and it's still cold, but it's already kind of starting to get a little busy, like getting the properties ready. So is that same for y'all, or are y'all just on pause for a while? I mean, if y'all are down in like the 12 or 0 or whatever, I mean, I don't know. So how does that work for you guys?
We don't do a whole lot of pine straw where we're at. Pretty much everybody does mulch, but we don't do a whole lot of the landscaping thing. We just do like new builds and stuff, and we'll maintenance the ones that we.
We'll do that now. Well, in the next month or so. Right now, we're kind of on pause with the freeze.
Yeah, the freezing weather outside, and it's so icy.
I gotcha.
Cold. We're not really doing anything. You can't do it.
I just meant like, mulch or pine straw or whatever you do. So you are starting to put ground cover at the yards that you have, maybe in the next few weeks, you're saying?
Yeah, we'll start probably around March, something like that, when it starts getting a little warmer out. Because people really don't think about it till it starts warming up and they want to start coming outside more.
Yeah. And then, but like for me, so like April 1st, like there's a lot of yards that are bi-weekly, and then April 1st, they go to every week. So I need to try to finish a lot of ground cover stuff by then, if I can. So all during month of March, we're going to do some, and I still have to do like go through my normal route and, keep them blowed off and all that stuff. So, it's interesting, but I'm ready for it to get warm, but I also feel like the winter was really fast this year. But I don't know.
I was starting to relax.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I feel like it's fast, but I guess maybe it's just because I'm getting old now. I don't know, but so if they have the expo, are you guys going to come or what?
We're probably going to try to make it, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless they have some like crazy stipulations.
Yeah. If they're still doing
Yeah.
what they're doing now.
Yeah, I mean, if you guys don't come, they'll probably just cancel it because they're like, well, if Jason and Christina aren't coming, I guess we can't have the expo, right?
That's right.
So, but and then plus, Ferris is gonna come pick you guys up on a jet, right? Fly you out there, or whatever, right?
I hope so. That'd be awesome. That's
Have you
like
not?
a good
You didn't?
idea.
Yeah, because hey, you buy their mowers, so they need to get you a jet ride. Plus, you didn't get to go last year, so they definitely should owe you one now, right? I would think so.
I think so, yeah. But
Eden Lawn
Yeah, we-
Services said I'm not old by any means. Sorry, go ahead.
I forgot what I was saying. No, yeah, we're gonna probably start mowing again in March, and then bi-weekly, and then
May.
around we'll start weekly around here. But it's the same. They pay us the same every month, so
Oh, I gotcha.
during the summer take the least amount of money.
Yeah,
During the
right.
spring, probably twice the amount of money.
So
If you-
so do you start weekly? What month do you start weekly in?
May, I think, yeah. May, June,
I
July,
gotcha.
August
Yeah.
is weekly, and everything else is bi-weekly, pretty much. And then once a month during the winter.
So
And
update us on how the truck hunt is going.
the truck
Because you
hunt
said you're
is,
buying a new
I don't know.
truck.
I want to. I just don't know when it's gonna
Happen.
when I'm gonna order it. I want it with this new president and everything. I'm not trying to get political, but I don't know what the economy is going to do and how many people's going to just cancel this or whatever. So trying to feel that out for a little while.
Right.
So
So you're gonna order a brand new one?
oh yeah, I want to.
Yeah, I gotcha.
It'll be a business purchase, so the full. Instead of doing the mileage, I'll be doing the writing the whole
You can hear
purchase
Will.
of the truck.
No, it's fine. Yeah, I gotcha. Yes, I mean that'll be an expensive write-off. I mean, you could schedule that out for like
probably,
many years, right? Yeah.
Yeah, probably 3 years. I'll split it up.
He's talking to Emily about something. I don't think he really knows what's going on still. Hey, how much is the one that you want? Approximately.
About 50 grand.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Yeah.
And so why would you get the 7.3 gas over like, the 6.2 or whatever?
I think you and your dad kind of convinced me to do a little bit more research on it, and I think I'm probably go with the 6.2 instead, because
I gotcha.
one of the things I didn't want, which a lot of people disagree with, it's got the 6-speed transmission, the 6.2, the older ones, but the 2021 they all come standard the 10-speed, and I want to get the 10-speed for the mileage and stuff. And, and if I got the 7.3, they automatically make you get the 430 gears with the 7.3, and I didn't want that. That kind of defeats the purpose. I don't need to pull down a house with it,
Right. Yeah,
so
but
I want to get
if
370.
yeah, because with the with those gears and that 7.3, man, if like you're saying, if you got one that thing's gonna drink some serious gas.
Yeah.
I
And then
mean,
it's $2,000 more to order it. So I was like, no, you know, because with the two, the whole reason I didn't want it is because they had the 6-speed on it. And I was like, well, with the 10-speed, I want to take advantage of that, and now they offer it. So that's probably the route I'll be going. And
I
I want to
gotcha.
get a full drive too,
Yeah.
because I've some sticky situations.
Yeah. So, so you don't want to get the diesel or what?
Oh no, too much maintenance, and the diesel's more expensive. The fuel itself, and
We'd have to change tank.
I'd have to, change my tank over and convert it and everything. So, because I buy all my own gas, in those tanks I have.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys that are watching this, you need to check it out. It's pretty cool because they have they got like their own gas station at their house. They got a tank inside of this building, and so they can fill their own trucks and their mowers up. So yeah, I didn't think about that, but that is a problem because right now you can just fill up the mowers and the truck, with both same thing. But then if you had the diesel, that wouldn't work out, and that would be bad. But so does a
One tank
truck like a big
diesel, but
does like a does like a big tanker truck like come to your house and fill it up, or how does that work?
yeah, it's not like an 18-wheeler one, but it's like the big trucks, with the double axle, the big tanker
So
truck.
maybe like a dump truck size truck kind of comes,
Something
or
like
what?
that.
Yeah.
That's about the size. And
And do they give you discount? Do they give you discount per
everybody,
gallon or what?
no, they do deliver for free. That's their discount.
Oh, I
So
gotcha.
that, but a lot of times you save in the long run, because if you buy in January when the temperatures are real cold and people aren't vacationing much, the prices on gas real low, and that'll take you
Yeah,
all the way to probably July if
I
if you're
gotcha.
conservative. And then
And does
I
the
think last year we filled up 3 times, or yeah.
do you ever have problem like with it? Like, let's say you buy it a year in advance. Does like the gas go bad or anything, or do you put stabilizer in there, or how does that work?
No, it doesn't go bad. We buy the non-ethanol 91 octane, and
I gotcha.
we haven't had any. But the stuff from the gas station like in town, I've had nothing but problems with the gas from with all the small equipment over the years, and I haven't had any with this.
It's the gas, so it's not like it sits for
Yeah,
long
it's
at
not
all.
like it sits for years or anything, or months. Well,
Just a few months.
couple of months at a time, 2
Yeah.
to 3 months. And it gets stirred up, every time you pump, it pulls from the bottom, so it's circulating.
Oh, I
It's
gotcha.
not like because it'll separate if it just sits, for a time.
Yeah. And since if you're buying the non-ethanol kind, that basically keeps it from going bad anyway, because that's kind of the part that goes bad, So
Yeah,
that's really cool.
and we got it at a reasonable price. I mean, it's actually cheaper than what the gas station is.
Yeah, usually you can't get the 91 too much around here, but it's
Like compared to the 87 ethanol.
but they give you.
It's only like 10 cents more, maybe we're paying.
We just don't know exactly what we're gonna pay until they deliver it.
Once they bill us.
It's whatever the price is on that day.
But
I gotcha. Yeah. So have y'all had to do that this year already, or you still have to do that?
What's that?
Have you already done that this year, or do you still have to do that?
We did it once. Was it January?
No, it was the
end of December.
It was the end of the year.
It fell around Christmas this year, so we haven't made our first purchase of 21 yet. So
I gotcha.
Another month or so. Yeah. Hopefully before the price is double, we'll make another order.
They already are, like where I live, are already like going up a little bit. You know, they're probably 20 cents more than it was, you know, a few months ago, even right now. Is it the same way where y'all are or what? Well, you don't know. You got a tank.
Well, we pay attention. You know, when we drive by, we look at the sign and stuff, and we're like, dang.
Yeah, I gotcha. So do y'all so right now you still have to go there bi-weekly, or do you not have to go to your yards at all right now?
I'm sorry, I didn't catch that. You take it. You heard him.
The accounts we do right now, we go once a week for our commercial accounts. Just if there's something there, we'll mow it. Sometimes there is, sometimes there isn't, and we just go to all of our accounts once a month just to check it. If it needs to be cut, we'll cut it. But if it doesn't,
if it looks fine, we just keep going.
If the lawns are mostly weed free, we don't really have to do much. But
yeah, right.
We encourage them to get rid of the weeds and stuff, obviously.
Yeah.
But,
using weed and feeds and different products, whatever, to take care of that.
Every year it gets a little less we have to do during the winter, so that's good.
Yeah. Once we take on a couple of years, and it pretty much stays weed free.
Yeah.
If they don't let it get out of hand, and we stay on top of it. So when the winters come, it really nothing to do but pick up a few sticks, blow a few leaves, and you're done. And 5 minutes at property, real low maintenance.
So do you guys do the treatments on your yards, or does someone else do that?
No, nobody really out here does it. We just try to encourage the customers, look, you probably ought to do this and do it like this, and
find some stuff at Walmart.
And we'll give them, advice on what to get and what to try to use and stuff like that. Because I do stuff on my own yard and my aunt's yard and stuff, and I pretty much, know how to take care of most of it.
But I don't want that liability.
No.
Well, that's awesome. That's cool that they'll actually do that. Like if you recommend it, you know what I mean? Like most people, especially most of my customers, they're not going to do anything out there. They big money, so like they don't mess with the yard. You know what I mean? They just want it to be right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's
your property, or?
Well, there's other companies that treat my properties. Like there's a lot of companies here that just do weed control fertilization. There's bunches of them. I mean, I'm friends with a bunch of them too. So a good majority of the yards, like they just pay him separate. I just recommend, this guy, and they just do it. They sign up with him and pay him and do that. And some yards are not. Some yards are all weeds, and they're still, so they're pretty much all weeds, and they don't get tree. Like my church, for example, is like a 6.5 acre property, and like you guys are saying, because it's all weeds. I mean, you almost have to mow it year round. There's onions and stuff that tries to stick up, clovers and things. Like even right now, even during February. So, because I know,
we still got.
I remember one that you guys cut with your on one of your videos on your standard mower. It had like a sidewalk right down the front of the house, right down the middle, and you're cutting both sides, and it was some thick stuff. Like this was maybe last summer or something, but it was like super tall. Like you had to cut it like maybe 5 or 6 times.
That was my house. Yeah, I hadn't mowed it in a month.
No, not that one. I know the one that's your house with the fence out there. I'm talking about this was a customer's house, and you're mowed the front. I actually don't. It's possible that there was not a sidewalk right down the middle, but you were just showing the front yard, and you're using the stander. Because on your house you used the big sit down mower on most of that video of your house when it was overgrown.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, there's one where like it was like some deep weeds. Like it was like just blowing out of the discharge by like a long shot. You know what I mean? You're just I wonder, I'll have to find that one, but yeah, it was a great video. I like watching it because it was cool watching you guys cut it like 4 times or whatever, to get it back
I'll have
right.
to look through 'em. I don't remember that one.
Yeah. So do y'all let your yards get about that tall before you cut them again, or what?
Oh no. Every now and then we'll take on a new customer or do a one-time cut, you know, and it'll be like that. But no, we don't let them get out of hand. We stay on top of it.
The only time it happened was one year. It rained almost
every
3 weeks
day
straight. It was horrible, and there was a couple of them that they got kind of upset. And one lady, her husband was like, "I'm gonna do it," and he went and did like 2 passes, and he came back and told her, "Yeah, they're right. It's too wet."
Oh man.
They were like, "Why aren't you mowing? It's gonna rain again. Why don't you come and get it? You know, while you got a chance." And I was like, "We passed by your house. It's gonna leave some bad marks. I don't want to tear your yard up." Well, she didn't believe it. Was like, told her husband to go get the old tractor style lawnmower out and go mow that, and he was leaving big old black lines even with that little light mower.
They haven't not taken our word from now on. It's that when we cut it, they know it's going to be cut when we can.
Yeah,
and a lot
right.
of times, like that year we did a lot of weed eating. The whole yard, just walking over yard. Not a much time for him.
Yeah. That's annoying when you have to weed eat like half the yard, just like getting all the spots, and then you just got a few little spots left over where you can actually mow with the mower, and it takes you about twice as long as it should, and it still doesn't even, it's still not even right. But I don't know. Yeah, I guess we all have that. We definitely have that stuff that goes on here. Like you're saying, some years like the rain will just hammer for like days on end, and then it's kind of in a bad spot, But
yeah.
But hey, I guess we still get to mow, right? Or you can just leave mud stripes, right?
I have done that. I was like, it's going to pour down raining soon, and it'll just wash it away. Let's get it knocked down
and yeah. Lawn Commander, how you doing, buddy? Lawn Commander's a cool guy. He has
oh yeah.
Lawn Commander, do you still have that do you still have like the beard and everything going like you used to have? With no GIE, I feel like I'm really like out of touch of everyone, you know what I mean? Like I haven't seen people in multiple years, so I don't even know. I forget what people look like and everything, you know what I mean?
I didn't even notice who all was in here. I see Doug was in here earlier. I don't know if he still is from Eden.
I don't know how y'all see like who is in here. I don't know how. Only thing I can see is just like who's in the comments, you know what I mean?
I'm looking on my tablet down
on the
there.
comments.
On the comments.
Right, but I'm saying if someone's watching and they're not commenting, like I don't know how to see that, you know what I mean?
I don't know how to see that.
Yeah, I don't know. I just, if they don't comment, I don't know they're watching.
Yeah. And so this little the little play button that's by their picture here in the comments, maybe that means that they like have a channel or whatever? So you guys be sure to check out their channel, because I have a lot of people on my channel that watch the live streams like, way later into the future. And so, yeah. Which, I mean, I don't know if they can see the chat, but I'm not a professional here, but yeah. So how's your your F-150 doing? I mean, you've already resurrected it like 2 or 3 times. So how's it running?
Good. It's in intensive care right now. We got it.
Oh,
at
really?
not the body shop, the Ford dealership. The water pump went out.
And another pull, one of those pulleys.
Yeah, the idler pulley went out, and I was like, well, I'll swap that out on my Mustang before I can do that. I'm not paying nobody to do that. So I went and bought all the
Yeah.
parts and everything. It was $300, and I was like, oh, a couple of hours. So let me go to old YouTube and research a little bit, and you see what's all involved. Yeah, that's like a 6-hour project for a professional to do, apparently.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, I'm not doing all that. You got to tear the whole front of the engine off just to get to the water pump. And I'm like, that's so stupid.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's at the shop, $1,100. They're gonna hit me up on for everything.
I gotcha. Well, hey, at least it ain't at the body shop again. At least y'all didn't wreck it again. So
No,
It's never been our fault.
we just got the worst luck with that truck.
you
Like,
just
we
had the
got
wrong
stolen.
place at the wrong time, right?
Yep.
We have a friend that actually, he called me yesterday and he said it almost happened, exactly the same thing almost happened to him yesterday in the exact same spot.
Oh man.
Where I got in a wreck.
Y'all just get like a big old spear, like mounted on the front of the truck. That way, if someone comes close, your spear will just stab into their car, right?
That's right.
Yeah,
I thought about putting bumpers on the front.
Yeah. So
Might have that.
if y'all got a minute, tell the story about how and when your truck got stolen, because that's a crazy story. So tell that story real quick if you can.
You tell it.
No, I didn't get to see most of it.
You're better with the dates. What year was that? 17 or 18?
No. It was
19?
19.
You sure?
It was August of 19, I believe.
Okay. August of 19, we were mowing like on June or July, August. Oh, yeah, I just said it. Yeah. It was hot.
We had 2 properties side by side.
Yep. And I was mowing in the backyard and she was mowing the property next to us. And I was on the standard and she was on her X-Mark.
Mm-hmm.
No, you were on the the 3200.
Yeah, I think I was on the big one.
Yeah, you was on the. We were both on our Ferris mowers, and I was on the standard in the backyard, and we mowed these yards several times before, and but this time they had a pit bull was in the backyard on the one I was mowing, and he kind of startled me. He came out the bushes. I'm like, oh, where you come from? So I'm mowing, just ignoring him. Well, I make my round, and I come back, and there's 3 more. There's like 4 of them there. And they start like surrounding my mower. Like, I don't want to like run into them and hurt them or anything, but I didn't want them to react to me because they didn't like the mower at all for some reason. So they're like circling around, and I'm like, where am I going? You grab my leg. I don't know what I'm gonna do. So I kind of climbed up on top of the standard, and I started hollering across at her for her to come in the other mower and chase them off. So she came over there, and sure enough, they went running back to wherever they came from. And
we went right back to what we were doing.
Yeah, I finished the backyard, and she went back to that yard. I said, well, let me go on to the front. So I go to the front, and I'm cruising along, and truck's gone. I must have to go to the bathroom or something. Looked over, she's over in that yard mowing. I'm like, where is the truck? So I went over there, and I'm like, where's the truck? She looks over and burst into tears, like, how could this happen?
I freaked out.
So we both, no, you stayed, I think. I got on the big mower because it's faster. There was a gas station about not even a quarter mile down the road. So I went and got on that to go down there to see if anybody was over there, if they saw the truck go by. And no, I stayed. You went. That's right.
And then I stopped. They have our trash collection. It's not trash. It's
junk
removal. And I stopped them like, oh my God, did you see my truck? I don't know where my truck is. And they're like, Yeah, I was wondering why they were going so fast. They flew that way. I didn't know what that
they
was.
had the tailgate on the ramp on the trailer just dragging.
Oh man.
They didn't even bother to pick that up.
We had one phone because he usually keeps his in the truck and I keep mine on me just in case. So
Yeah.
I made it to the gas station and they didn't know what in the world I was talking about. So we called the cops and we waited for the cops to show up at the gas station because where else are we going to go? We had to call someone else. We had everything planned where somebody had to get another trailer and come and get us. And we were sitting there waiting for the cops and a cop drove up and started pumping gas in their car.
Yeah, it was shift change. He was about to start his shift and he was coming fuel up. And I was at the gas station. I was like waiting for him to approach us, because I thought for sure it was him to come do the report. So I'm trying not to be rude and just walk up on him. And finally I was like, I'm going to walk. So he's pumping gas. I'm like, hey, are you here for me? He goes, I don't know. You do anything wrong? Well, we kind of called the cops. I thought you didn't hear anything. Well, no, I'm just coming to work. I'm just getting off on shift or whatever. And I'm like,
oh man.
He's like, but I can give you a report to get started on if you want. I'll give you a paper. You can write down a report.
And we were waiting and waiting, and
2 hours went by.
No.
I stayed there for 2 hours at the.
We were waiting, and then the cop that was supposed to come showed up, and then all of a sudden he like rushed off, and I'm like, "Where are you going?" And they're like, "Oh, well, we got a phone call.
We know where he's at.
We know where he's at." Come to find out, we have a lake, and he started, because it's at the very end of the lake is where they stole it. He started at one end of the lake.
Went all the way around.
All the way around.
It takes a good normal speed. It takes about 30 minutes to drive all the way around it. And
he just started flying, and at the same time, somewheres along the way, there's an 18-wheeler trying to back down
delivering something.
The lake to deliver something at a house, and he just didn't even stop. He just kept going.
Like the whole side of the truck was wrecked, and he kept driving.
They finally got him.
The cop said the truck was cutting in and out like the governor on it with the trailer, with the thing hanging, jumping ditches. And I was like, man, I don't even want to see this truck again. I don't want it. It left a bad taste in my mouth.
But strangest thing is once we finally got to the truck, obviously they didn't catch him immediately. The poor little Echo blower that we have.
I had a cable lock.
We were so worried somebody was going to take it off the tongue of the trailer that we just locked it with a cable, and the cable and everything stayed on. It was just dragging along.
Oh man.
Yeah, it looked rough.
It looked bad, but it still worked.
Wow. So the blower was like hanging off the trailer and everything?
Yeah, underneath the tongue of the trailer.
It was a little handheld, so it wasn't a whole lot that it busted.
That was the same year we got that trailer, and I just got through building all the racks for it. And all the racks and the equipment was, it all held up good. So
I'll say
that's proven.
That it's proven that the
jumping
trimmer
ditches at 100 miles an hour and hitting
So what, did you have to like rebuild the gate and stuff? Cause I'm sure the gate was pretty messed up dragging that far.
They they realized it about a half a mile down the road.
Oh yeah, this is funny too. Apparently, after about halfway through the high-speed chase or him running away from everything, he realizes that the gate's down, I guess, and stops and lifts it. And I don't know if you ever paid attention to the way mine latches on the back. You lift and you slide it over and you drop it. And
it's just a little lever.
It's latched on your side. You don't put any pins in or anything. Well, the guy didn't know apparently how it would stay up. Like all you have to do is lift. Like he couldn't put two and two together. So he found the locks I have on the front that I lock the gate in the back, if I go in the store or something, and locked them shut with two locks. He's to hold the gate.
He's gonna be
state. Because when the cops finally went to see the carnage or whatever you call it, and I'm like, why is the back gate locked with 2 locks? It don't make no sense. And I kind of put 2 and 2 together. I was like, I know what he did. He couldn't figure it. Because you could tell he tried to take the equipment off, and he couldn't even figure out how the mechanism works to get that. It was unlocked, but he didn't know how to work the mechanism. So, but her keys were in the truck. Is the whole reason they took it. Him and his brother and a friend of theirs, they all stopped there just to check, see if it's open, and steal whatever they could find. And he's like, oh, look, a purse, cool, a wallet, awesome. So he's looking through everything, and keys fall out of her purse. He's like, I'm gonna take a spare key. We each had keys on our person, but the spare key was in her thing, and we didn't think nothing of it. And usually we always keep it locked, but I kind of remember going back to get like some different safety glasses or something. I don't remember. I must have not locked it back, and it's always in sight, so you don't think that they're just gonna do that. And with the distraction with the dogs in the back, that's when they were doing their thing. And
needless to say, I don't keep my purse when we're on the road anymore. They have this nice app. Our state does now, where you can have your driver's license on here. I'm like, okay, good. I don't need anything but my phone now.
Yeah. So where the dog
throws my wallet out after he takes the cash out, he throws the wallet out. We found it. A neighbor found it, so got that back. What's kind of funny is the cops were oblivious to everything. Like 2 weeks later, they found my wallet. Somebody found it by their mailbox and turned it in. And there's a cop that lives like 3 doors down from me. And he came and he knocks on the door and he's like, hey, I found your wallet. I was like, oh, sweet. That's awesome. Thanks. And what a great surprise. And he's like, well, have y'all heard anything else on it, or with the theft situation, or what? What you talking about? He didn't even know my truck got stolen or anything. I'm like,
oh man,
it's a small town. Y'all cops don't talk amongst each other. And, hey, what about that high-speed chase that 14 cops were involved in, going over 100 miles an hour? Nobody knows nothing. It's like he didn't even know. And then I saw the guy who did the report about a few days later. And I stopped by and I rolled my window down, and he didn't even recognize me. And I was like, hey, did you get anywhere yet with the report? Find out anything? He's like, who are you? Like, you don't even remember my face. Like, what kind of cop are you? So, and I was like, you did the report. They stole my truck and trailer and everything. Oh, you know what? I might have to get you to write another one. I think I misplaced that.
Oh,
y'all are terrible.
I will say, it was a terrible, terrible experience, but we were very fortunate because I think only a purse is pretty much the only thing that we never got back. His wallet was found 2 weeks later, and
your purse,
my wallet, not
yeah.
my purse, but my wallet. They actually found it. God, in the next parish over, it happened to be somebody that I knew her mom through the doctor's office, so they had found that. Which I'm like, well, there we go. That's all I needed, because I had already canceled everything. But I had some sentimental things in my wallet.
That was another thing too. We had to go to the bank and cancel everything because we was terrified of.
I mean, it had it has all your banking information in your wallet, and I'm like, I got to change everything.
We changed everything over. It took all day just to cancel accounts and open new accounts and cancel credit cards. I was like, it's such an inconvenience. And another thing, after the guy took off with the truck, the brother that dropped him off, he calls his mom up and is like, you ain't gonna believe what this dude just did. We told him to just steal the wallet out of there, but he done stole the whole truck. So mom was like, oh, that boy steadily getting in trouble. I'm gonna have to call the law on him. So she calls the law on her own son and turns to me and say, I know who stole the truck. It's my son. So, and dude's like 30 something years old, and the brother's around the same age. I'm like,
At least one of them went to prison. I do know that. For how
Supposedly.
long, I don't know how long he's been there, but at least something happened. So I was happy about that.
yeah, during the high speed chase, they got surrounded with a whole bunch of cops because of the shift change, and so they had more cops on the road. That at the time of the call was around 4 o'clock in the evening.
Still
And,
took 6 months to a year.
But right when they surrounded him, he figured he couldn't go nowhere, so he bailed out and ran into the field, and they didn't bother chasing him or anything. They just let him go.
There's too many fields.
Wow.
And then 6 months later, the brother finally got caught. He finally came out of hiding, and they supposedly arrested him. And
I think the vehicle, bad luck. I think it's his.
yeah, I got bad luck.
It's the second vehicle he's had stolen. So
Yeah, they stole the
Well, I
Mustang
think-
I had.
Oh man. So the Mustang was stolen before as well?
Yeah, many years ago when we were dating, like
yeah.
about 15 years ago, I spent all day washing and waxing and fueling it up and everything. That was my weekend routine. And I went to the track that night, and I came home, parked it under the carport, and the carport in her room. I was living with her at the time. I mean, it's like 5 feet away, so I'll hear the car start up. It's a nice, quiet little neighborhood, and you wouldn't think to lock your stuff. And I didn't leave the keys in the ignition, but I had a spare key in there, and they knew my habit, I guess, and they just, I was like, oh, I'll hear it if they crank up anyway. Well, I never heard it because it was a standard, and they pushed it all the way down the road,
Oh man.
about 100 yards away from the house before they cranked it up, because it was a loud car. And the neighbor, she said, I know exactly what time they took it because I heard it crank up. It woke me up. And because we was trying to ask if anybody saw anything.
Needless to say, we are very paranoid and lock everything now.
And we found the Mustang 2 days later with the clutch burned up in it, about 20 miles away.
Wow. Well, that's
Some
crazy.
kids.
I mean, yeah. And so so how does that work? Like, as far as like your compensation, like when they steal the truck, like how does that work? Like, does that guy pay you money, or like, how does that work?
Supposedly, the DA asked us what we were out, and I mean, I kind of remembered some of the stuff that we had in the purse, but we can't get anything for like aggravation, or we can only get what they physically took.
Yeah, they call it restitution.
Restitution.
That they have to pay like before they can get on parole or whatever. Like they're supposed to pay us back, but that'll never happen.
It's something that they encourage them to do, but it's not like, okay, before you get out of jail, you got to pay this. So I'll never see it. We'll never see any of that. And at least the insurance, the way the insurance set it up, it was we called the insurance like as soon as it was stolen. We hadn't even gotten it back yet. So the accident was actually covered under the theft part of the insurance. They didn't list it as a collision insurance. It was listed through the theft. So I don't know how all that works, but that's what they told me. And they're like, no, it's not going to be listed as an accident because it was stolen when it was ran into. I'm like, okay, that's fine. As long as it gets fixed.
Yeah. So so like your insurance pay to get it fixed, or what? Just like if you're in an accident, or what?
Yeah, it was
just under a different policy. Like it's not part of the liability, or
no, it's not part of the collision.
Not part of the collision. It's part of the theft part of.
Which is good because we didn't have to pay a deductible for that.
Like if we would have just wrecked it, we'd have to pay like a $250 or $500 deductible.
Yeah, something like that.
But because it was stolen, it was no deductible.
Because if they wouldn't have recovered the truck, they would have had to pay the entirety of the truck.
The value of the truck, yeah.
And so it kind of went under that.
So did it make like your rates spike at all or no?
Supposedly no.
No, no, that because it was a theft, it didn't make anything change. And with our latest accident, nothing changed
because it wasn't our fault.
Because it wasn't our fault, and we didn't go through our insurance. We went through the other person's insurance.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a good thing. We've never had a spike because of an accident yet.
Yeah. Well, that's awesome. Well, now I feel like you got to keep the truck because now it's like sentimental now of all it's been through, right?
That's what I told him.
Yeah.
I mean, were you planning on getting rid of it when you get the new truck, or are you still going to keep it?
Well, I was going to get rid of it, but then I was like, I'm not going to get anything for it or trade in or selling it if they do the Carfax on it. I mean, it was totaled in the last accident.
So it's
and
actually
I bought it back, so it's reconstructed title, and that drives the value way down. And I know what the truck is. You know, it's
been a good truck.
It's been a good truck, other than the setback. You know, a couple of setbacks. You know, like the air conditioning and the water pump. But
over 100,000 miles. It's been a really good truck.
It's got 135,000 miles on it, and I figured we keep it. And we're gonna sell the Explorer that we have is a 2015, and
we'll get a little bit more for that.
Yeah, it's got a good bit of value left on it. I mean, it's a $50,000 vehicle, so and
I get the truck.
Yeah, she's gonna get the black.
Get the new truck.
He gets the new truck.
Well, we're gonna get the new truck because we work together all the time.
No, I say Christina's gotta get the new truck, right?
I don't know. That might be a little too big for me. Now, if it was a Raptor, that'd be a different story.
Yeah, we wanted to get a Raptor. That's just not in the cards right now. That's an awesome truck.
Yeah, I mean, but I don't know. I mean, a 250 is really awesome too. I like the way the new body styles look and everything. Just the boxy look of it and stuff. It looks real good. I like it. I like it a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Like pretty close as much as a Raptor to me. Like I like even the 250s. I like them pretty close to, you know, as good as I like the Raptor. I mean, the Raptor's cool, but
yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, a 250 is awesome. You know.
Just don't ever test drive a Raptor.
Oh yeah.
Because then you won't want anything else. I made that mistake.
Yeah, I kept hinting to her. I was like, "We getting a Raptor, and all of that." And she's like, "That's a waste of money. I'm not paying $70,000 for a truck. That's gonna just." So they had one that was used at the dealership, and
I figured let me get it out of his system and tell him, look, see, it's not really worth it. And yeah,
she said, "Let's go test drive it because you can't. They won't let you test drive a new Raptor." And we went and we stopped, and
they let us test drive it with the trailer and everything.
She was just ready to just start listing off all the reasons that you shouldn't be getting this truck. And she got in there and she's like, "Wow, this thing is nice. This thing drives good." I mean, it's the best riding truck you'll ever ride in. It's like a Cadillac, man. The suspension's great.
Maybe. One day.
But they're just too expensive, man. But they hold their value.
Yeah. Right.
They really do.
Well, I mean, no vehicle holds their value, but I guess maybe it holds it a little more than others. Well, yeah. But
yeah,
I mean,
they got one, like I was looking at, it was 20 years old, and it's still it's worth $25,000. That's a lot. Not 20 years old, but it's a 2010 model.
Yeah.
You know, like
right. Yeah.
And it's still worth $25,000. You know, in good condition. So I was like, they hold their value pretty good.
I drove what did I drive? The 350?
Which one?
Was it a 350 I drove?
The flatbed one?
Yeah.
That was a 250.
Oh. I liked it.
No, it was a 350. You're right.
It was just bouncy. So.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're gonna get
Well, I mean,
go ahead.
the 250 that you're getting, I mean, that thing will ride pretty good as well.
It's actually
Because
a 350.
oh, really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because
So
you can't get a 250 in a chassis cab, and that's what I'm gonna be buying. The where you buy the chassis with the cab on it, no bed.
oh, really?
Yeah,
I
you
didn't.
kind of force getting a commercial size, or basically the only difference is the springs. It's got one extra leaf spring than the 250, or two extra. I don't remember.
Yeah.
But they force you to get the 350 when you
Just,
buy the chassis cab.
yeah.
So
You
I didn't know you were buying it like that. So you're buying it with no bed on it?
Yeah,
You're getting some inside information here. No, nobody else knows this.
yeah, that's a surprise.
So is it so you're just getting like a single cab one, or it's going to be like a
I was gonna get a
extended
single
cab? Or
cab. I was gonna get a single cab one, but a lot of times while we're out working, we stop at the grocery store on the way home a lot. And right now is with the single cab and we've got the bed cover, so we could put groceries back there in case it's raining or weather's bad. But I was thinking that I better get at least a super cab, on this one. So just for stuff like that, and plus I got all kind of battery operated equipment too, and that I keep in the bed with the cover. But I want to be able to do all that. I know they got the boxes that fit underneath and all that, but that I don't
yeah.
think they're protected enough, like for moisture in the air and getting into those tools. So
So what are you gonna put on the back? You just gonna leave it with no bed on it and just drive around with the frame sticking out, or what?
no, I'm gonna be I'm gonna probably build my own flatbed on it and do like a landscape
Oh, I
bed.
gotcha. Yeah.
Like 11-foot, 12-foot long. The usable part of it. And you remember Dale Otero with the mowing goat?
Oh, yeah.
With
Yeah.
the bifold gate. I want to do a gate like that on the back.
Yeah. I mean, he's
And
still putting videos on his channel
oh yeah.
about those. And also,
Mm.
let's say hey to Mr. D Gentry and Elliott Lawn Service and Red Rock Maintenance have commented since we were. Man, y'all gonna have to go back and listen to this last few minutes, wherever, when they tell the whole story about their truck being stolen and all that, and about how they're gonna buy a brand new truck with no bed on it, and they're just gonna drive it around like that because they like it. there is a landscape company here in my town, and they have like this old Chevy, and they pull a trailer around with it, and they drive this truck with no bed on it. You know what I mean? So it's just the frame, and they got their trailer, and they like they got like a couple of boards like right behind the cab, and they got like some shovels and stuff strapped on there, and they call it good, I guess. So
Yeah.
So is that what y'all are gonna do? No?
Oh yeah. I'll at least mud flaps on it though. I don't want no rocks getting thrown.
Yeah. Yeah. I didn't even know that y'all like the Raptor trucks. Actually, I plan on buying I'd like to have one like maybe in the 2012, 2013 range, even in years future. I like to have an older one like that. Like the ones that are kind of before the turbocharged ones, you know what I mean? Just like the regular like the regular one with the 6.2 in it. I like to get one of those in the future. I mean, not, it's not like it's not like a need or anything, but it's something I would like to have in the future just for fun. So, how you doing, Mr. Lawn Care Juggernaut? He's asking if y'all are buying a 350 with no bed on the back. Y'all are just gonna drive around with that frame sticking off. So, yeah, they're gonna order one brand new, and they're gonna do something cool. That's gonna have like a bounce house thing on the back, and then it's gonna have like a bounce house with like a little grill, and then yeah,
Slip and slide.
Slip and slide. Yeah. Yeah. And but anyway, man, y'all got to go back and because they talked for a while and shared the story about how their truck got stolen in front of this yard or something. Actually, what's the video called that you guys have where it like explains the story of the truck getting stolen? I know I did not prepare
called
you
Bad.
to
Bad
ask about that,
afternoon.
huh?
That's what the thumbnail says.
The
Bad afternoon.
Yeah. Bad afternoon, I think it's called.
Well, what's
But,
the title? Because if someone searches the title, they're gonna need to know what the title says. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna see.
I think that's what it says. We'll see.
I completely forgot.
But we didn't really go into detail or anything about it. It was just I was frustrated, and I just turned on the phone right when we got the truck back, and you could kind of hear the disdain in my voice.
And we still have the yard. One of the yards. We still.
Yeah, we still mow that same yard.
We double check the lock every time.
It's so cool. It's so cool. The lawn care juggernaut. I mean, it's so cool. Like I think it's so cool how his channel's like really exploded. You know, doing the doing all those videos that he does about mowing the different places and stuff. Because I mean, mowing the tall grass is super cool. Even though I don't do it all the time, I do like to watch other people do it. So it's really neat. So, and he seems like a really cool guy anyway. You know, I don't know him personally, but hey, maybe I'm assuming that he'll probably come to the GIE this year as well. I think he may have been in years past. I haven't met him yet. So
yeah,
go ahead.
We met the GIE that last time we went.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
I found him on Facebook.
She actually discovered the juggernaut before me. And she's like, "Hey, you ought to check this guy out on Facebook, you know, or something."
I found it, I think, through Facebook. I'm like, look, this guy's really cool.
And I started like binge watching him on YouTube, like I guess a week before the GIE, and I showed up and I recognized him right away. I was like, "Yeah, you're the juggernaut," and he kind of was like, "Yeah." And he was like, "Oh, you're that guy that's been like commenting on all my videos." Okay. Yeah, he's a real.
And
cool
you know,
dude.
It's really hard to like meet every single person because you know there's like a billion people there, you know, whatever. Especially this year, like if everyone has a mask on, like it's gonna be hard to tell like who somebody is, right? Like, like even it's a weird thing. Like even if I see someone I know in the grocery store right now, like I feel like I shouldn't talk to them because I don't know 100% that it's them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it happens to me all the time now. All the time.
It happened today, actually. There was like somebody was talking to me, and I didn't even know who I was talking to.
Yeah, it's crazy because it's like, how can covering up someone's mouth, like how can it change that much just by covering up someone's mouth to where you don't recognize them? But man, it's crazy because like I said, you know, I see people and I'm scared to talk to them. I'm pretty sure it's them, but you know, half their face covered up, so I don't know 100% that's them, so I don't talk to them. And even if someone is talking to you, you can't really tell because they're, you know, with the mask on. So I don't know. It's crazy, but
I kind of throw people off because I like to smile at people, and I like and I don't wear one. I refuse to wear one. If somebody doesn't want me to, I'll just leave. But everybody is super nice. They want to talk to me because I'm like, you have to have human contact, and if you can't see a person's expression, it's really hard. So I try and just smile at everybody and just walk around.
Wow. Yeah, that's awesome. My wife does similar thing as well. So yeah. Does he refuse to, huh? But anyway, yeah, I mean it's crazy. And like, so was that this year, Emily? Yeah, it was early this year. My truck and my wife's car had gotten broken into just sitting in my driveway. And
yeah, I remember.
And they it was weird because like they left all my cards and everything. All they did was just take the little bit of cash that I had, a few tips like from customers. I think it had like $30 in there or something. They just took the $30 and left everything else. I mean, and had like a camera sitting over on the passenger seat. They didn't mess with that. They just took, you know, they just took a lot. They just took the $30 and that's it, you know? So yeah. I don't know. Like to me, to me, it would not be worth it to break into a car to take $30. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like
Yeah, it's kind of
people,
scary. Just the
yeah, I
other
mean,
day, a couple of people started talking on Facebook on our neighborhoods, like one street over. It's like, y'all watch out. I just caught somebody on camera in the middle of the night pulling on our door, just seeing if it's open. And
wow.
and another person was like, yeah, I got him. I got him on camera too. It was like people just walking around, seeing if your door is open, gonna walk right on in. It's bad.
Yeah. Yeah. And there are, like, they kind of went through, yeah, Lawn Care Juggernaut says no mask nation, but they went through, my neighborhood and two other of the neighborhoods that are right beside mine. And like, man, they stole a lot of other stuff, like from other people. And even there was two houses where they took their cars and they drove them around. So they like left their car somewhere and stole a car from the neighborhood and used that car to drive around. You know what I mean? Maybe so they wouldn't be recognized as easily or something. I don't know, but and then they found that car, like, you know, up the road. There's this church up the road, you know, and it wasn't a Sunday or anything, so there's nobody up there, you know, during the week, and the car was just left there in the parking lot. And I was like the first one to call about it. You know, it was like a Thursday morning or something, and it's weird because like a month or couple months later, the police, I got a call from the police, and they're like, hey, I was just making sure that all you had lost was the $30 because we caught someone and we're going to take them to trial and stuff, and they're going to have to pay everybody back, like, for what they stole or something. I was like, wow, that's crazy. I didn't expect you to ever find someone or whatever. And they're like, yeah, you know, they're still working on it, whatever. And that was a few months ago. And, you know, I still, you know, which, I mean, I just think it would be cool that they caught someone, you know, like, I'm not too worried about the $30, but you know, but so I don't know, I still don't know what came of that, but apparently, you know, it's like a thing, and they went through several neighborhoods, and it's just crazy because I've literally lived in this area for my entire life, and nothing, you know, I don't remember anything ever happening like this. So you kind of get a little lazy about it. I mean, all my equipment
Yeah.
was locked up, the enclosed trailer's locked up, garage is locked up, and the keys were not in the truck, you know, but the doors were unlocked, and so they just went in there and opened the glove box and stuff, you know what I mean? Just kind of looked through it. And
Yep.
and like, you know, I guess they don't really want, well, so I have a guy that goes to church with me, and he's like a very high up, like, in federal agent and stuff, and he was saying that they go through the neighborhoods and they just look for two things. They look for cash, and they look for guns, like if anybody has guns under their seat, their car or something, because the guns are worth, like, you know, 4x on the black market, you know, as a price of a normal gun. And so so he's saying they'll just go through, you know, it's just a thing they do. They'll go through, you know, drop people off, and they'll just check if they have cash or guns, and everything else they just leave it. They don't want, you know, they don't want tools or cameras or anything, because that's just stuff they have to sell. Just weighs them down, you know what I mean? So they just look for guns or cash, and other than that,
Right.
and they just keep going. So I
think
thought that was crazy.
a lot of places,
They say, like we talk to detectives and stuff about stuff
because
like that.
they've done that around
And
here
they said
too.
most of the time when they're doing that, walking around the neighborhoods, checking to see what they can get, they're usually not local. They come from the town over.
The
And
biggest city over.
they'll
or
get
town.
these kids to do it because they won't really get in trouble or go to jail for it, you know, and they'll go and bring it all to one guy, and he'll turn around and, you know, he'll pay them for whatever they find. And they say that's the most common way of doing it. But I was just reading right here. I forgot. Kevin from Juggernaut, his truck got stolen right after the GIE.
Wow.
Right while
he was at
the
the
GIE.
Yeah.
He had got a phone call, and he did a video on that, I believe. And that's scary when you're that far away from home and
Yeah.
somebody's violating your property. You know,
Yeah,
ain't
yeah, that's
good.
nuts. So while he was at the GIE, his truck got stolen sitting at his house. You're saying while he was gone? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I think so. I
Oh, I
think that's
gotcha.
what it was.
Yeah, I mean, it it's
Golly,
crazy. I mean,
Kevin's got $2,000 in GoPros in his truck, man. We need to hit him up.
man, yeah. And then the only other thing that happened, this was probably 5 or 6 years ago, but when I was over at my dad's office, which he's kind of on the main road, and there was a couple of guys that had stopped one day, and they're just kind of looking around, and and just like asking if like we were hiring and stuff like that. And then I mean, and my mom was there. She didn't think too much about it, but then this was about 2 days later on Christmas Eve, and they went through my dad's enclosed trailers, took like 4 of his backpack blowers out of there and some different things.
Wow.
And then what happened was, and then maybe 2 days later, I was at the gas station, and these two guys roll up in this black Mercedes. Cause see, it was during the day, so and this was, I don't know, it's probably more than 5. This was probably more like, I don't know, 7 years ago or something. And I was still working for my dad, 3-4 days a week. So the trucks were gone. Like the work trucks were gone. All the trucks that we used in his business were gone. So when those guys came, they don't know what our trucks look like. So I'm at the gas station getting gas. The guys pull up, black Mercedes, like, hey, we got the steel blower. We'll sell it to you right now. I forget what they said, $150 or something. And I was, I knew that this seemed shady because these guys, they don't look like they mow or anything. I mean, this is in like a new, like a nice Mercedes. These were,
Yeah.
it was 2 black guys, and they had like jewelry on and everything. I'm like, this is just weird. And so what I did was I was like, yeah, go ahead and give me your number. I'll contact my boss, and I'll follow back up with you about it, because we need some blowers. Always need good blowers and stuff like that. So I did that, and then I drove down to the local police station and kind of told them about it. What happened. They're like, oh, okay, well, call that number, have them meet you. We met it back at that same gas station again, and he was like, have them take the blower out and start looking at it and stuff, and then we'll pull up and check your licenses. Check both of your licenses, because they want to make sure they try to keep me safe as well. You know what I mean? And so they did that, and they even told me, they're like, he's as soon as we pull up, most of the time when this happens, there's a few people involved, brother or something. So he said, they're probably, as soon as the cops get there, they're probably going to call your phone, someone else that they know, their mom or someone's going to call you and ask you, how did the cops get involved and how did all this go down? Because they're trying to figure out info. And he said, when they call, I want you to say, like, he told me to say these and these and these cuss words about the police and all this stuff. And so I did exactly like he said. And he, and they came and done that. And y'all know how this stuff goes. I mean, this is like, I've already wasted like half a day by now or more than that, and so he came and done that. And so they pull the serial numbers, because see, I have uncles and everything that are in hardscape businesses and stuff. Like, mostly my whole family, is in the landscape business. And so they pulled the serial number of that blower, and that was actually one of my uncle's blowers, because they confirmed it with the local steel dealership here. You know what I mean? And so I don't know. I think he might have got that blower back, but so basically, I spent like a whole day doing this. They locked up the 2 guys, and the 2 brothers live with their parents inside of the one of the gated communities that I work at. Their parents are like millionaires. They live with their parents inside the gated communities, and they go around and steal stuff. That's what they do. And so, like, the police kind of knew these brothers. They said, oh, yeah, these are the so-and-so brothers. Like, they do this, like, they knew them. and and so they lock them up. And again, their parents have a lot of money, live in the gated community, so they took them down to jail for about 1 hour. Their parents called, bail them out, and then that's it. So they're back out, and I wasted a whole day. We never got our blowers back, and basically I just wasted a whole day for nothing. They went, you know, the police locked them up for 1 hour. Their mom or whatever bailed them back out, and that's pretty much it. So, man, I don't know, but
Wow.
Yeah, at least.
like I feel like
That's
there's got to be a better way to like punish people better than that or something, you know. But
Mhm.
just like this story with y'all's truck, like it's, I don't know, like just the way it's handled is kind of doesn't make a lot of sense. But it's crazy that like you're saying, they go through all this stuff and they don't even know what's going on with it and all that. But hey, at least you got your truck back, or I don't know, like you were saying, I don't know if it would have been better, like if it was completely stolen and then
Yeah,
you would have got money for it, you know, I don't know. But
yeah,
Well,
yeah, so
when we went our equipment,
true though.
so
I would have lost my brand new trailer with my custom JCC 1000 trimming racks and stuff. You know?
and that's still the trailer that you have right now, right?
I'm sorry.
That's still the trailer that you're running right now.
Oh yeah, it's been a good. That's the best trailer I've ever had. That's the third one I bought, and that thing pulls good. It works good.
So it even works good even at 100 miles per hour, right?
It does. Jumping ditches. Yep.
So what do you mean jumping ditches? Was he like driving off the side of the road or something?
Yeah, like I said, it was shift change, and he was running from the cops back and back, and he'd see cops coming this way, so he was jumping.
he would try and turn around. The only way to turn around
Yeah,
is
in a
to
trailer,
jump
you know.
into the ditch and
Yeah, he would jump into somebody's yard and turn around and go somewhere else, and just finally he couldn't go back around it.
not the straightest of roads around here
No, it's
either.
real
So
curvy, bumpy
he
roads.
might have cut one a little too short and had to veer a little differently.
And
Yeah, I gotcha.
The ice chest got destroyed.
Yeah, the ice chest was in
That was on the trailer.
tiny pieces.
It got crushed.
The only thing that we really lost, I
Was
mean,
the
the
gas
ice
can.
the ice chest we could care less about, but
The gas
with the
can went
gas
flying.
can, we
Just one of them.
we like those gas cans, and you can't get them anymore. So I was a little
Yeah, the
Yeah.
old school
but-
bliss can. I roll with.
Look, Mike Zavitz.
Mike Zavitz, how you doing, buddy?
Buddy.
But man, it is awesome catching up with you guys. We'll have to do this again soon. I need to go help with the kiddos and stuff. But man, thank you guys for coming on here. And this, I apologize for this. I feel like the lag is super annoying for me and you. I feel like kind of this whole time trying to talk.
Oh no.
But maybe it's not like that for the other people. But for me, like if I ask you something, like it's got a couple second lag like every single time, and I'm sitting like 5 feet away from the router, maybe 4 feet. I don't know what the deal is with it, but
Same.
but I don't know. Maybe that's normal. Maybe that's just how it is when people do this. But
Maybe.
I've never done it. Like, because if you live stream by yourself, I mean, you know, that doesn't happen. But I don't know. Or maybe I got to get like the paid version or something. Lawn Care
Maybe.
Juggernaut, thanks for watching. Mike Zavitz, sorry you're catching this just on the end, but if you go back, you can listen to their story about how their truck got stolen and all that stuff. And Juggernaut said that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that makes me feel better. Maybe that's just how it is. I don't know. Maybe next time I'll be more used to it. I just gets on my nerves a little bit, but I guess not really. It's just a little bit annoying. Like I want to be able to just talk to you just like a normal conversation, but you know, you kind of getting used to that lag is just a little bit annoying. But anyway, still glad we did it. It's awesome. Even if I knew it was going to do that, I would have done it. But you know, I don't know. It is what it is. So we'll have to catch back up again. We were supposed to be able to catch up in real life over at the whatever LLL, whatever it's called. But
Yeah.
but the GIE is coming. I'll get my 16 masks ready, and I guess maybe I'll just write Tony on the front of the mask, because I feel like maybe if somebody sees you, if you just write your name on the front of it, maybe they'll know, you know.
That's we're gonna have to get these
know
crazy cuts mask and Tony's lawn care.
Yeah, yeah.
We
Emily was
can
saying,
do-
I wonder if you could just like, if you have to wear a mask, Emily was saying maybe you could just like staple your GIE badge right on the front of the mask, so you could like say your name like that way, you know? Because you have to wear it somewhere. You have to wear it some way, you know. You have to wear it somewhere when you walk in, you know. Anyway, so and also, yeah, I mean, you know, we're not big on, we don't really do like vaccinations or anything, but if the GIE requires vaccination to come, I would almost get the vaccination just so I could go to GIE. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we'd have to see nope on that one.
Yeah. Oh, Amy said they said they would have to say nope on that
Yeah,
one.
I won't let you.
Yeah.
If it doesn't happen, we can maybe coordinate to meet like halfway, like in Florida somewhere, and just visit and hang out.
Yeah, that's a good idea. You know, like Paul Jameson, a bunch of people are there
I saw that.
this week. Yeah, and you know, so it's cool. It's really, you know, it's nice down there. You know, even right now, even when we went a couple weeks ago, I mean, it was 80 degrees down there, and so, man, that was nice. And then you literally forget that it's January when you're down there. You know what I mean? Like everybody, like you're getting sunburnt. You know what I mean? Like it's like it's crazy. So if no GIE, like you're saying, maybe we'll have to do something else because I don't know, but maybe I mean GIE. Oh man, he's already betting $20 on it. The lawn care juggernaut in the chat's betting $20 that they're going to cancel the GIE again. Yeah, I wonder. I mean, it is still so far away, and you know, and Biden's going to fix all our problems. So I don't know. I guess I don't know. I really don't know. I really don't know what's going to happen. I mean, they've had the GIE for literally, what is it, like 43 years or in a row or something like that, and
really?
and then. Yeah, and then this would be like the first time ever they cancel it. I mean, I think it would be super unlikely for them to cancel it for 2 years. You know what I mean? Because I mean that's like millions of bucks they're losing. But you know, on the other hand, you know, I mean, it would be the GIE wanted to have it last year. You know, it's just kind of whatever, like the governor and all that stuff. You know, stuff that's kind of out of their control. You know what I mean? So I don't know.
Yeah.
So, yeah. All right, buddy. Well, y'all stay in touch. I'm gonna try to get off of here. Y'all are the best. And be sure to send me that truck with the no bed on it once you get it. That'll be cool. You'll have your blower just like strapped to the frame of the truck back there.
There you go.
You can just get you a JCC trimmer rack and just weld it right along on top of the frame right there in between the wheels. Yeah. And that's it. That's all you need right there. So all right, you guys. I'm gonna get off here. I'll see you later. River, say bye. All right. See you guys.
Y'all take care.